Good morning, gang. Happy Wednesday. All right, I'm going to do something a little different again today. Uh, and kind of getting more and more into some of these things because the more and more the world gets crazy, the more and more this stuff's going to get important. What I want to talk about today is kids prepping or prepping for your kids. And I went through my videos, other people's videos, and stuff like that. And it seems to be that most of us have real tunnel vision when it comes to kids. And I think kids have trained us to be that way. You know, they want to be treated as adults when they're 6, okay? And parents start letting them make a lot of decisions and stuff like that. The prepping world is going to be a whole lot different because when we talk about prepping for kids, you see this all the time. It's like, oh, you need to have diapers, you need to have, your Pampers, your Huggies, whatever it is. You need to have cloth diapers, you need to have safety pins. Okay, that's great. Most kids are out of diapers by 12, 18 months, something like that. What do you do after that? Okay, a toddler, the terrible twos is not exactly going to be something you want to deal with in a SHTF situation. But a lot of people are going to have to. And even if you're my age and you go, well, my kids are grown, okay, you got grandkids, you got MAG members' kids, or you've got the stray kid that just shows up because something happened to mom and dad. And as much as we all say we just tell everybody to go, I'm betting that every single one of us would have a real hard time telling a little kid, sorry, kid, I don't have anything for you, beat it. Okay. So prepping with and for kids is something that you got to think about. Now, obviously you're not going to teach your 2-year-old how to start a fire. 2-year-olds and matches, not a good combination. So, don't want to do something like that. But, for those little kids, you're going to have to figure out some way to keep them occupied. So maybe that means going to the dollar store, getting some coloring books, getting some crayons, pencils, and paper that they can draw with. Get Candyland or something, go to the Goodwill or something like that and see if you can find a couple of young kids' board games. I know, it sounds silly, but when you're busy, let's just leave it that way, you're not going to be having time to go, Johnny, you need to do this. Johnny, get out of the garden. Johnny, stop playing with the dog poop. Whatever would be. Okay. You got to keep little Johnny somehow occupied. So, balls, games, coloring books, a frisbee, something like that. Something that'll keep Johnny somewhat occupied is going to be important. Now, as they get a little bit older, they're going to start, depending on how long SHTF lasts, but when they're a little bit older. Now you've got a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, for example, and you're going to be able to include them in some of the prepping, okay? Not much, again, 5, 6-year-old, but they can help you gather sticks for a fire or wash the dishes or something like this, and you've got to teach them how to do it now, because as they get older, it's just going to be more and more and more that they are going to be responsible for. They wanted to be treated as adults. They're gonna be treated as adults real quick. Lots of us know, stories or did it ourselves. By 7 or 8 years old, you had your first 22, and you could go out and, get squirrels or whatever. You may have the 7-year-old being the one providing dinner tonight. So, you need to teach the kids the skills now that they will probably be capable of and responsible for in any sort of scenario we've talked about. I mean, we can go all the way from 1 second after an EMP and, utter complete chaos to, gee, we're in a lockdown and we can't do anything. We can't go anywhere. I mean, look at Canada right now. Okay. I guess Thanksgiving is going to be canceled in some parts. I think it's New Brunswick is going to cancel Thanksgiving, nobody's allowed to go visit neighbors or whatever it would be. Okay, so if you're not allowed to go anywhere, the kids have to do something. All right. So things that you might want to teach them how to do. Some emergency cooking. Now here's the start. What if there is no power? Do the kids know how to boil a canteen cup of water to make macaroni and cheese over a fire? Okay. Do the kids know how to make scrambled eggs over a fire? Do the kids know how to use the barbecue grill? Let's say the power's out and you've got a barbecue grill. It's on a little propane tank or whatever it is. Do the kids know how to do that? Next time you go out and do something, take the kids with you and show them how to do it. Show them how to turn the gas on. Show them how to turn the grill on. Show them how to read the thermometer or whatever, know when it's good. Teach them the safety parts, the oven mitts or whatever they're going to have. Teach them all that. Because there could be a scenario, let's say you're working around the house and you fall off a ladder and you break a leg, okay? And it's you and your son or daughter. It's just the two of you, which is 50% of the American households are divorced, okay? So this is a possibility. What if your son or daughter is now responsible for cooking to keep you two alive? Might want to teach them at least the basics. If the kid can make macaroni and cheese and scrambled eggs, and a pitcher of Kool-Aid, that might be enough to get you through for a while, or at least when you can't move. So something to think about. Heating. We talk about this a lot, especially coming into this time of year. Do the kids know how to turn on the propane heater, how to start a fire in your wood stove, in your fireplace, how to use your little buddy heater or whatever? These are things you need to teach them now, because if something happens and you're not around, got your get home bag or whatever, you're somewhere and all of a sudden you can't get home and it's 12 degrees outside and the kid's the only one at home, kid needs to stay warm too. Okay. So something like that you want to teach them. We've talked about before about in the springtime, getting the kids out, helping in the garden, showing them, kids playing in the dirt. This isn't going to be a hard one. Okay. But teaching them how to plant seeds, how to start your seeds come the fall. Teach them how to know when a vegetable's ripe to pick, things like that. When you're going through making your garden plan for next year, get the kids involved. Hey, Johnny, what do you want to grow? Chances are Johnny will say something like watermelons or strawberries or whatever it is. And you know what? Well, you can right now. Great. Grow a watermelon. Don't grow many of them. Maybe 2 seeds is about all you're going to need to get huge. Okay. But let Johnny plant those watermelon seeds and make him responsible for them. Those are his watermelons. So he's got to make sure they keep growing and show him how to fertilize it and show him how often he's got to water it and everything like that. And if Johnny doesn't do it, don't do it for him. Okay. Johnny's got to do it. Don't make this as part of your prep foods, but make him learn. Okay. Communication. I think pretty much every kid knows how to dial 911. That's not an issue. Okay. Pretty much every kid is born with a cell phone in their hand. They know how to text. Don't get, Do your kids know how to use your two-way radios? Do they know how to use a walkie-talkie? Do they know how to use your CB? Do they know the difference? Okay. Well, I'm trying to get a hold of mom, and here he's got the two-way radio, and mom's in a car with a CB. That's not going to do any good. Okay. Teach them how to do that. All this stuff that you're teaching the kids to do is going to help keep them calm and help them understand that it's not chaos. If they understand, Dad fell off the ladder, he can't talk. 911 doesn't work. What can I do? Gee, I can go, if kid knows, I can go get on Dad's CB radio and go to channel 9 on the emergency channel, and I will get the police or the fire department or somebody that way. Johnny know to run next door to the neighbors, depending on where you live. You could live somewhere where the next neighbor is 2 miles away. That's not exactly going to be very helpful. So as long as you're teaching the kids some of these skills, not 24/7, you will turn a kid off real quick. But hey, the next time you're going to go out barbecue, Johnny, come help me. I want to show you how to do this so you can do it too. Hey, Johnny, I'm going to go check out my radios or whatever. Come on, help me. Hey, Mary, we're going to go do a campfire tonight and roast weenies. You want to help me do this and I can show you how to do it? The kids are going to love doing that stuff. They love doing stuff with their parents up till they're about 12. Okay, but by 12, hopefully they already know how to do all this because you taught them when they were younger. But the smart ones, even when they're teenagers, are going to go, yeah, Dad, you know what? I really would like to learn this. Or Mom, yeah, can you teach me how to do that? That'd be great. Some of them, no. Okay. They'll learn the hard way. That's, go cut your own switch. We all know that one. So just some thoughts on a little bit more than diapers and books for kids and prepping for kids, but how to get them to do it. Because in an SHTF situation, you're going to need every able-bodied person you can, whether they are 75 or 5. And everybody's going to have to work for their dinner, if you will. So if you train the kids now, teach the kids now, A, that's going to help you if we have something in the near term, but B, that will help them greatly for the rest of their lives. Have a great Wednesday. Pinball out.